so that we can get set up. I'm also going to go live in my Facebook group. Let's see. All right, so if you haven't already, let's make sure to just add in, guys. Proclaim it. What are you grateful for today? I'm gonna go ahead and explain some of the importance of that on this call. It's absolutely important. Okay, let's go ahead and start live. Excuse this very messy hair today, but I just wanted to make sure that I was prepared for you guys, these beautiful women on this call. And for those of you who might be listening that aren't women, we're just grateful that you're here supporting, the women in your life. That's the point of the Future is Feminine group. It's not to divide. It's not to separate gender. It's just to identify that there are some unique challenges that we face as women and come to a place of support. So with that said, what I'm going to teach on today has nothing to do with gender, okay? But has everything to do with growing as a person, all right? Growing in this business, growing as a day trader, growing as a business builder, growing as an entrepreneur. That has no gender. But maybe sometimes hearing this message from someone that you identify with, right? Maybe as a woman will help with that, okay? So that's why Miss Molly Trotter and I have, created this group with the help of all of you. This is our group, right? Our goal is to help give you as many tools and so much support, together to hit your goals. So that's why I thought it was really important, ladies, to do this call about gratitude, about goal setting. And I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with it. So I hope all of you have some pen and paper, okay? Because money makers, okay, they are note takers. And that is 100% true, okay? So please, please, please do yourself a service. It's not going to affect me if you write down any of this information or not, but will affect you. All right, my loves, let's get started. Let's get started on gratitude. So let's just go ahead and read what some of you wonderful women put in here. So health. Absolutely. Absolutely. We should be grateful for our health every day. Okay. I actually work in the health field. I'm a licensed acupuncturist out here in San Diego. Health is something that's super, super important to me. And that drive to help people with their health really comes from, struggling with my own health, seeing my family members struggle with mental and physical health issues. And I'm sure many of you have had the same thing. So when I have days of health or even days of struggling with health, I am so grateful for the health I have today because we see people in our lives, struggle with this, right? I'm grateful that I have two legs. I'm grateful that I have two arms. I'm grateful that I have my hands, my brain, my mind, right? We have Miss Julia. She says, I'm grateful for my growth. Absolutely. I just heard this comment the other day that someone said, I don't even recognize the person I was back then as I am now, right? Growth can be such an amazing thing. I'll touch on growth with gratitude and goal setting in a minute. I'm grateful for, that was mine. Miss Kiki says, I'm grateful for my family, my business, my man, my bank account, and all the amazing people I attract into my life on a daily basis. And grateful for this call. Well, I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you for sharing, those of you who bothered to. And I just, if you guys don't want to share here, please just make sure that you are always expressing gratitude in life. So why is gratitude so important? Does anyone know? Does anyone want to take a gander at why gratitude is so important? And you can unmute yourself at this point. The call's pretty small. You can type it in the chat. Does anybody have any feedback to why gratitude is so important?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Julia. Go ahead.
I believe for gratitude, it keeps you humble and it keeps you on your realizing that what you're doing this all for, and just like basically what I just said, just to keep you humble and to remind yourself what you're grateful for every day and to keep growing, but still remain humble.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. That's absolutely one of the things that gratitude serves, right? Keeping you humble. Okay. Someone just wrote, being grateful helps put things into perspective. You never take too much and appreciate what you have. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. It can really shift your perspective, right? Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, they talk all about this. I was just listening to a story of someone, who had such a horrific problem. Nobody could help me with my problem. I hate my job. I hate my circumstances, yada, yada, yada. And the challenge to this person was at the end of every day to look in the mirror, look your eyes in the mirror and say, I love my job. I like my job. Start listing the things. What does your job serve you, right? It pays you, right? Are you not grateful for the fact that your job provides you money? There are things that you can still identify with gratitude, even in circumstances where you might not believe so. And funny enough, I don't want to tell the whole story because it would take a long time, but she started practicing this. And months later, she goes, wow, I just love my job now. Everybody there has changed. It's wonderful. I love it. But right, ladies, what really changed in that story? It was her. Right? So if we work on us, we shift our perspective, we push gratitude out, what can that create in return? It's really, really, really important stuff, okay? So we want to shift our perspective. Many of us, we might be having rough trading days, right? And we're like, man, I keep blowing my account. Every sell limit I put in doesn't trigger. Every buy limit, it goes into profit and then it shoots down and it hits my stop loss. Well, that's tough, right? It's tough day after day when you struggle, with something, right? How do you, sorry guys, is the call breaking up a little bit? All right, it might be your internet connection. I'm also live in the Facebook group, Miss Julia. Okay. So, you got to really shift your perspective, give gratitude, right? So gratitude with trading. A lot of people don't even know they can trade. They don't even know that they have this opportunity. Someone in IML thought you were special enough to offer iMarkets Live to you, right? Be grateful for that. And then the journey between here and you being a successful trader will be up and down. But they believed that you could do it, right? Some people are still only going to a job that they don't like, right? But you were given an opportunity to shift things for yourself, right? And it's not going to be easy. Trading is not easy, but you guys got the opportunity to do that, right? Okay, so gratitude. So we want to speak gratitude every day, and I want to share with you guys how I do this. So I actually have a journal. This has nothing to do with iMarkets Live, right? But in reality, it deals with everything, right? This is by Freedom Mastery. I got it from Amazon. This is not a pitch. I don't make profits or anything. But what I love about this journal, and I'll show my live story, I'll show you guys, is I set my goals every day. And the first thing that's here, and I write down before I even start my day, is what am I grateful or excited about? Okay. So already each day I'm setting that, that standard for myself to shift my perspective into gratitude. And since I've done that, some amazing things have happened in my life. Some amazing things, ladies. My business is growing. I've brought on beautiful people like Miss Julia's on my team, Miss Kiki's on my team, Miss Vanessa's on my team, who are just, I'm so grateful for them. I'm so grateful for them. It's not because I look at them as a number, right? It's not because I look at them as, oh, another trader on my team to add to my rank. It's because they inspire me. They inspire me to work harder, to shift my goals. I'm so grateful for them, right? All right. So other things is goal setting for the day. Right. So I want to start talking from gratitude into goal setting. All right, because these things really do go hand in hand, believe it or not. Because what do we always, how do we always speak our chairman goals, right? Or our trading goals in IML? I am so happy and grateful now that I am chairman 10 by this date, right? Okay, so goal setting. I want you guys to really, really take this serious. And I'm going to tell you my story. I was not a good goal setter. I had to really look back and realize I did accomplish many things, right? I went to school, I got good grades, I got I took the test, I passed my boards. A lot of us have a similar story, right? Where we had this goal, but I realized all my goals were set by someone else, right? So it was easy for me to follow. I already had a plan. But what about all of us in business where we have options about what our goals are, right? Are your goals big enough? Have you actually set them and put a date to it? Have you? Are you being honest with yourselves, right? You need to set your goals because this is going to trigger change. And if you speak them with gratitude as if they happen, this will promote action in your life. So, ladies, since I've done this, and I was not good at it, it scared the bejesus out of me to set my goals. And I'll tell you why. I was scared. I've been scared of failing. I've been scared that I'm not good enough. I didn't believe this was going to work for me. What are those? Those are negative things. So what did I have to do to start shifting that? I had to proclaim my gratitude, right? As we just talked about. And I had to be strong enough to set my goals and write them down. So there's a few ways to do this. I want to actually give you some information on how to set your goals, right? One, we talked about always speaking your goals as if they happen and giving gratitude. I am so happy and grateful now. So write that down. I'm so happy and grateful now that, right? I have hit 20 pips per day every day until this date, right? Or I have made X amount of money in my trading account on this day. You have to set them. There is so much growth in that stretch, okay? And what's interesting about goal setting and setting high goals, especially monetary ones, right? A lot of us say, like, I want to be a millionaire, right? I want to be a millionaire on this date. It's not about the money, right? We always talk about our why, but it's the person that you become in the journey, right, to making that type of money. And then why you have to make that money, right? Is it because you want nice things? Probably not. Probably not. It's not that you don't deserve them. I'm not saying that, or you can't have those things, right? A lot of us on this call have families to feed. We have parents that have been working far too hard their entire lives for us, right? So there's a lot of reasons why, and I'm not going to go too far into that. It's a different topic, okay? He goes, I like nice things. I like nice things too, right? But that means we just got to make more money, right? We got to set our goals really high so we can have everything we deserve and desire, right? So goal setting. I also want to encourage you to frame your goals differently. So when I talk about Chairman 10, right, for example, I actually don't say I'm so happy and grateful now that I am Chairman 10 by August 31st, 2019. I've reframed my goal. I actually say, and I put my goals on goal cards. So I highly recommend, if you guys don't have goal cards, go get some index cards for whatever your goals are. We can have very different goals, right? You're going to have multiple goals, right? I hope so. Okay. Get blue pen, blue ink. I don't know why it's got to be blue, but there's something that triggers change in just different thought processes in your brain. All right. So I actually write, so we talk about the chairman blueprint, right? And that you need 10 people, you got to assist 10 people to hit P1000 to hit chairman, right? So I frame my goal as such. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am helping 10 families create an extra $1,000 or more per month residually by said date. Okay. So make sure that you guys do these things? Have you ever, like, you hear this all the time. All of our mentors in IML tell us to do these things, but have you done them? Right? Have you done them? I'll tell you right now, I was told to do this 2 years ago. Didn't sit and do it till 6 months ago. Okay. Since I've done this, I've actually started hitting rinks. I've been making business connections that have are making me more money than I've ever thought I could make. Right? My patients in my practice, one of my other goals is I'm so happy and grateful now that I help my patients hit their health goals every day. Their lives are transforming, right? A huge goal of mine is to retire my family by Christmas time in 2021. A lot of those financial goals I'm hitting, it almost seems like, how the heck am I hitting them, right? But I'm being intentional. I'm being very intentional. Okay. So we want to speak these things into existence, right? I say write them down, but every day I want you guys to start thinking about how to implement this in your life. So when you wake up, not only write them down, I rewrite my goals every day actually in this journal. There's this journal ideas, notes, mind map area. Sorry for those of you who can't see my journal. I write all my goals. I rewrite them down, especially the major ones, okay, down every single day, and I speak them. I have $10 million in my bank account on December 25th, 2021. I'm so happy and grateful now. I say it, you have to hear these goals set in with your voice, or else how are you going to believe them, right? Right? So make sure that you guys are speaking it, writing it down, reinforce these goals, and put them in your face. In addition to having goal cards, because I open this up every morning, my journal, right? I see them every day. I have it written on my wall. I mean, I literally have behind me something that says goal digger. I'm really serious about my goals. I have my major goals written for me to see on my wall. Some people put them on their mirror. The background, I'm doing a Facebook Live, so I won't be able to do this, but I have it as the screensaver on my phone, right? So some of you who maybe don't connect with the writing, at least have it as a screensaver on your phone. I'm looking in front of a computer right now. I like to turn my computer screen into my vision board, right? So I put, the house, it got wiped actually, so I have to redo this, but that's okay. It's always good to look at your goals, okay? Resize them up, make sure they're bigger, because I'll tell you this, ladies, I come from a family that had to work really, really hard for everything they had. And I'm not saying we didn't have anything, right? We were middle class. In San Diego, middle class is like stretchy, because it costs a lot to live here. I'm not going to lie. But because my father and mother couldn't become millionaires, I started to question if I even deserved it, right? And some of you might be having the same feelings. Like, if I come from so-and-so place, is it even possible for me to be a millionaire? Let me tell you guys, you live in America. It's completely possible for anyone to become a millionaire. Okay, again, it's not about the money, but it's feeding your why, right? Is it because you want to pay for your kids' college? Is it because, you want to retire your parents? Why do you need to become a millionaire? Do you want to help more people? Do you want to give more to your church, right? Again, I don't want to go too much over the why, but again, I'm going to talk about money here, and I don't want you guys to confuse money with greed or anything, right? Money can help a lot of things in life. Let's just clear that, right? So goal setting, super, super important. I will make this recommendation for you guys. And I don't mean to say ladies to those of you who are watching on the live that aren't ladies. Partner up with someone. Partner with your sponsor in the business, partner with your top leader that's available to you, maybe a P5000, P2000, P1000. Ranks don't really matter. It's leadership and support, right? Ranks are important for hitting monetary goals, but they're not necessarily important for creating leadership, creating business partnerships, creating support, okay? Or sit down with a friend, right? But definitely sit down with someone who wants to help take you next level, who's not going to be like, oh, Monica, $10 million by 2021. I don't know. You've barely made 6 figures a year, how are you possibly going to compound that fast? Don't listen to those people, because let me tell you, since I've been doing that, I'm getting I don't like to talk numbers or brag. This is not me trying to impress you, but to impress upon you guys that it's possible. I'm getting a commission check that's more than I've ever made in a year. Best believe through trading and iMarkets Live, I plan on, turning that into that 10 million, right? Awesome. So get together with a partner. Another thing on my team we're working on is creating a party. I wouldn't say so always suggest drinking, but maybe we'll have a potluck and we'll sit down and maybe do a little goal setting, create a vision board, maybe assist each other, because there's something about a group mentality or just being with someone else, right? Call a spade a spade. Things are easier done in groups. Sitting down and trying to tackle something can be very overwhelming, so don't make it hard. The most successful people in this world have mentorship with everything. I mean, if you guys follow Alex Morton, right, he is always, he's using a trainer to hit his health goals, and he's a multi-million-dollar earner. He talks to other people to level them up and reset goals, like Grant Cardone, right, and several other individuals. So don't humble yourself and know that we all need coaching. We all need mentorship. We all need assistance. And it doesn't have to come from someone way, way high up, but definitely from someone who has more of what you want, right? So think about who that person is. If you want to share who it is, just to get it out there in the universe, go ahead and type that in the chat. And for those of you on the Facebook Live, maybe want to share. It doesn't have to be a specific name, just like my brother, my business partner, my mentor this, my chairman 10. Who is that person that's going to help push you in your goals? Have you sat with that person, asked them to identify them, and start hitting this process? Because someone did that for me. I'm not going to lie. This was not easy for me. Ladies, gentlemen, this was not easy for me. But it was so integral to the growth in my life, right? You're also setting an environment for success. Your environment can change everything. Why do you think we have events in iMarkets Live? It's an energy thing. So make sure that you guys are setting yourself up for success, right? So before I end this call, let me see if there's anything else that I didn't touch upon. Oh, yes, there is. All right. Well, let me put this out there because I struggled with this. Hope is not a strategy. Does anyone know who spoke on this? Who does that quote come from? Anybody? My goal book. All right. It's called Freedom Mastery. I got it on Amazon. It's a planner, so I actually plan it. You guys, this is what my monthly calendar starts off as. I'm not joking, because you want to, that was the other thing, you want to reverse engineer. This is something that Jason Brown talks about a lot, your goals, a lot of people. Oh, deep goes Grant Cardone. So Dr. Spiller. So no, hope is not a strategy is actually from Jim Rohn. It might have come from his mentor. I don't know. I mean, look at this. I do not let myself have room for failure. You should do the same. If you have big goals, stretch yourself, and getting that calendar down is super important. But like I said, hope is not a strategy, and that's represented in your calendar, right? Setting goals. Okay. And this is not going to be easy. Okay, this is not going to be easy. But don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And that starts with setting your goals, writing them down, and tackling them, reverse engineer them. So I'm going to leave you guys, for those that are builders and traders, let me give you this. So say in our comp plan, P600 is 12 people, right? So write this down, 12 people, right? If you have 30 days, your goal is to hit P600 in 30 days. That's 12 people. Say all your team is traders, none of them are builders. You got to do it all by yourself. And that let's just give an average. Usually closing rate when you're first starting out is 10 people. Excuse me, 10%. If you have 30 days okay? And you have to talk to 10 times 12 people, so it's 120 people, right? It's 120 people in 30 days. Divided by 30 days, because we got to eventually talk to how many people, 120 people. How many people do you have to prospect each day? That's 4. I've just reverse engineered a goal. You could do the same thing with trading. If I have to hit a certain amount of money, how many pips do I need to get each day that I trade by 30 days to get that amount of money, times how much of your lot size? How much money do you have to start with, the principal balance, to not over leverage? Have you calculated your risk? I will do another training if you guys want one on calculating risk. If that doesn't make sense to you yet, that's something I'm actually really good at, is risk management with my account. I'm not saying I've never blown it. Sometimes you got to learn through failure. So these goals are going to be hard, right? This is not, you guys, you've seen the charts. Your trading charts are this ebb and flow of this, right? It's not a straight line to a buy. To our, you're going to go down and retrace, and you're going to pull up, and you're going to retrace, and you're going to pull up, right? Hitting your goals is the exact same thing in all parts of life. So don't get frustrated on a day-to-day basis. Look at the bigger vision. Look at the end game. All right. So with that said, any other questions before I close this call? I hope that gave you guys some clarity on how to set goals, how to have gratitude. Any questions before I close out the call? Thank you, Miss Sasha. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give us feedback in the Futures Feminine chat, obviously in our Facebook group. If there's something else that you want for us to train upon, touch upon, if you guys have any speak on deciding, that's really, really good. So with that said, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Sunday. I hope if you haven't done it already, go do some goal setting, go give gratitude for your day and everything that you have in your life, and let's crush our goals. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.